so we got a question from Max who says he's getting frustrated in his gym because when he goes in, a lot of times he works really hard to finally get a technique to work, and then someone will counter it, someone will like get better, wise to it, and they'll start to counter his technique, and he gets frustrated by it. And he says sometimes he just has days where he's off and he gets frustrated. And he says sometimes other things happen and he gets frustrated. So he's just dealing with a lot of frustration in his training because obviously we're all competitive and he wants to do well, but he feels like sometimes he doesn't do as well as he could. And he's wondering how he can deal with the frustration. So Max, thanks for the question, brother. And I was talking about the situation tonight, right? The old saying that we use a lot of times in jiu-jitsu, iron sharpens iron, right? I was saying that today in the class, right? That's the way that it has to work. Iron sharpens iron. What does that mean, though? Iron sharpens iron. Iron, is a material, right? And the idea behind it is that if you're not as hard as the stuff I'm made of, then you can't possibly make me sharper. You can't make me better. So if, you go into a place and you were beating everybody, if you're going into a situation where you were the best person there all the time and nobody ever put you in bad positions, nobody ever caught you in anything, then that'd be a bad idea, because then it would not be iron sharpens iron. It would be a lesser material that's too soft to make you sharper. And so a lot of times I was talking to my students about this today. It's like, if you guys are getting frustrated by it, that's the wrong idea to have. You can be frustrated, I guess, to a degree, because we all want to do better, right? But don't think of it as frustration. Think of it as like playing a game with someone and they beat you and you're like, all right, you got me this time, but I'm going to get you next time, right? And think about what you need to do to make yourself better. You got to be resourceful, because if you go into it and you get frustrated by it, it's not going to work. Right? But if you start to sort of think about, what did they do? How did they catch me? Is there a trend going on? Do I get caught in this move with other people? And you can sort of like go down this sort of problem-solving mindset, opposed to just getting frustrated and throwing your hands up in the air. So that idea, iron sharpens iron, Max. If you went into your gym and nobody pushed you, nobody caught you in something, nobody frustrated you, then that would be a bad thing, because the idea is that we all have to be made of tough stuff. And if your training partners aren't as tough as you, then that would be a bad thing. But they are as tough as you, and they're catching you and stuff. And just when you have a technique that you get into place, they beat that technique. And this is the idea. This is the way that this works, right? I smash you. I break your game down. I put you in frustrating positions. I put stress on you so that you get stronger. Just like you would go to the gym, you'd lift weights to build your muscles, right? You put stress on those muscles to make them bigger. It's the same thing in the training. We put stress on each other's games. We push each other to the breaking point so that you become mentally and physically stronger. But that only happens if you're tough enough, you're hard enough to put me in those positions. You're hard enough to put me into a bad spot. You're hard enough to sharpen me. So iron sharpens iron, Max. Don't be frustrated. Think about what's going on with the situations. Have a resourceful sort of problem-solving mindset, and understand it's a part of the process, and be thankful that the people in your gym are able to push you. Be thankful that the people in the gym are able to smash you, so that this way you can be you can be rest assured that you're going to be able to actually get better down the road. So, short video today. So Max, good luck with it, brother. Thank you so much for the question.